Hey guys, I hope you're all well. Today we will start to see a new story called The Son of Goku is the New King of Demons. Vados finally revealed her love for Goku and now she wants to have a child with the most powerful Saiyan. But a great consequence will happen and a new Demon King will be born, and you will see it now. But before we start watching this amazing story, you shouldn't forget to hit the like button and comment on the story. Well, if you've already done that, then grab your popcorn bucket and your soda, and let's follow this new story. In Universe 7. Currently in Universe 7, it was possible to see two people fighting each other, with the two warriors being Goku and Vegeta, who were in their base forms in a training combat that Whis had ordered both of them to do so. He would know what the level was of strength of both of the warriors. Whis said, "Mr. Goku and Mr. Vegeta have really become very strong. I remember the first time I saw the two of them facing each other, and I see that today they have improved a lot, and their base form is now stronger than before. In fact, I would say that the level of both of their base forms are as strong as their Super Saiyan 2 forms of old," said the Angel as he watched the training between both of the Saiyan warriors, while he and Beerus ate a lunchbox made by Bulma, who also prepared a kind of drink for them. Beerus said, "I agree. The current level of the two, they would be able to withstand some of my blows without ending up passing out, unlike the old version of them that I only needed a few moves to defeat the two," said the God of Destruction, not paying attention to his drink, and then looking at the two Saiyans who had turned into a Super Saiyan in training, and soon Beerus goes back to drinking his drink. Whis said, "True, they are both much stronger than when we met them, and it's not just them who are getting stronger. From what I've heard, the eldest son of Mr. Goku, Mr. Gohan, ended up gaining a new transformation, which is equivalent to the power of Mr. Goku, using the power of Ultra Instinct. And of course I can't forget Mr. Vegeta's superior ego. Gohan's new transformation is also equivalent to superior ego." The Angel spoke excitedly as he remembered Gohan's demonstration of power with his new transformation during Cell Max's battle. Beerus said, "Yes, I know. And from what I remember, Piccolo also gained a new transformation, using the Dragon Balls for the first time. Shenron is being useful for something necessary." Beerus spoke with a small smile on his face. Whis said, "Goku, Vegeta, Broly, Piccolo, and Gohan. These are the names of the strongest warriors in our universe currently. Apart from that, there is also Frieza, but he's currently dead, and who killed him was Gogeta using that mixture of power, Ultra Instinct, and higher ego," said the Angel while looking at Beerus, who only widened his smile, except for the part that Whis spoke of Frieza, which made Beerus have an expression of disgust and repulsion. Beerus said, "Don't mention the name of that worm, Whis, but you're right. If a new tournament of power happens in a few years, I'm sure we will win the tournament, because the powers of our warriors are much stronger than at the time of the tournament, and playing by the level of the warriors that we saw at that time, I would say that our universe would be able to beat them all, and even Jiren would not be able to beat any of our warriors." The God of Destruction spoke while showing a huge smile on his face, showing his joy at possessing mortals with such a great power level. Whis said, "If they had the same fighting power back then only one of our 5 warriors I mentioned could beat all the warriors in the tournament of power. And it wouldn't be too difficult for Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, or Broly to do that," said the Angel while stating that only one of the warriors he had spoken of before would be able to beat all the other warriors who participated in the ancient tournament of power. Beerus said, "I totally agree, and to guarantee this they must train more every day and become even stronger than they already are." The God of Destruction spoke while looking at his Angel, who was still eating while looking at the training battle of the Saiyajins, who were currently using their Super Saiyan Blue forms. The conversation between Whis and Beerus continued along with the battle between Goku and Vegeta that was becoming more intense, and this was possible to see when Goku and Vegeta separated and both began to release a lot of energy. And after releasing all that energy, both the Saiyans were in their strongest transformations, with Goku now using the power of Ultra Instinct and Vegeta using the power of Superior Ego. Vegeta said, "Now the battle will really begin, Kakarot," alerted the Prince of Saiyans in his strongest form, where it was possible to see Vegeta with some injuries on his body. Goku said, "I say the same, Vegeta. Let's fight for real," said the Saiyan with the power of Ultra Instinct activated, who had some injuries on his body just like Vegeta's. And soon both Saiyans disappeared, leaving only a small amount of dust in the place where they were previously, and soon the two Saiyans appear panting, and soon the two exchange a punch that was able to make lightning fall to the ground. around the two without stopping. The training had created a crater because of the force of the impact of the blows that created great pressure in the wind that ended up cutting in half some of the trees close to them. After the first exchange of punches between the Saiyans, both separated and soon will face each other again, thus starting an exchange of punches and very violent kicks between the Saiyans, since their blows destroyed everything around. And not to destroy the planet of the God of Destruction, Goku and Vegeta engaged in an aerial battle. The two Saiyans started exchanging melee blows, with Goku's blows being faster, and he was able to dodge many of Vegeta's blows because of the power of Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta had greater strength and greater physical resistance than Goku. Other than that, Vegeta had an immunity to ki attacks because of the aura of destruction around him that made ki blows useless. But Goku managed to hit Vegeta using the same technique Vegeta used during the Tournament of Power. Whis thought, these two are on another level of power, and being honest, Vegeta will have great potential to become the future God of Destruction after Beerus is killed, or just doesn't want the position of God of Destruction anymore, thought the Angel as he watched the battle of Goku and Vegeta, being their focus. Vegeta, who could be the next God of Destruction? While Whis and Beerus were looking at the battle between Goku and Vegeta, a large pillar of energy appeared in the middle of Beerus' planet, and such a thing caused the battle between Goku and Vegeta to end, and everyone looked at the pillar of energy, which soon disappeared, and in it was now Vados and Champa, who was having some kind of drink. Vados said, "Good morning, my dear brother. Whis, I came to talk to you," said the Angel to Whis before looking at the sky and seeing that there was Goku using his power of Ultra Instinct, while and his top clothes it was completely ripped, giving a good view of the Saiyan's well-defined muscles, something that ended up causing Vados to look up without taking her eyes away. Whis said, "What are you talking about, my sister?" asked the Angel, approaching his sister. Vados said, "I came to talk to you about a private matter, just you and I," Vados said, while her brother was finding it strange the way his sister was talking, and especially why she was looking up, something that was not normal to the Angels. Champa said, "Hey Beerus, what are you eating there?" Universe 6's God of Destruction asked while looking at his twin brother. Beerus said, "I'm eating instant noodles, a quick and easy food to prepare. There's another one here, you can get it." The God of Destruction spoke, offering some instant noodles to Champa, who soon started eating happily. Champa said, "Hey you two, keep this fight going. I want to know how strong you are. If you're really strong, I'll make the Saiyans of my world train to overcome you. Ha ha ha." The God of Destruction of Universe 6 spoke while looking at Goku and Vegeta, who soon faced each other again. Further away from the place of the fight between the two Saiyans, Whis said, "So, my sister, what do you want to talk to me about?" asked the Angel to her twin sister, who was thoughtful, but Vados got up the courage to speak what she was feeling and thinking at this time to Whis. Vados said, "Whis, my brother, after the Tournament of Power, I started to arouse feelings for a warrior who had fought in the Tournament of Power, and as I know he already has a wife and he would not abandon her to stay with me, I would like to have one, his son, only without having to mate with him like mortals do," said the Angel while looking at her brother, who was very surprised by that. Whis said, "This is a surprise. I never thought that one day you would fall in love with someone, even more wanting to have a child of this mortal. But if that's what you want, I won't go against your decision. So who is this warrior who has attracted your attention, my dear sister?" The Angel spoke in an understanding tone, and at the same time happy that his sister was happy and decided by her own choice. Vados said, "The warrior is Son Goku," revealed the Angel as she looked at her brother, who now had his hand over his mouth because of the surprise to learn that the strongest mortal in his universe had won his twin sister's heart. In Universe 7, currently still in the 7th universe, in a more distant and reserved place, it was possible to see Vados and Whis talking, and Whis was still in shock to discover that his twin sister was in love with Son Goku, who is the strongest warrior in his universe today. Whis said, "Vados, are you in love with Lord Goku? How did this happen?" asked the Angel while looking at his sister, who was very embarrassed while talking to her brother. Vados said, "Yes, my brother, I'm in love with Son Goku. I don't know how exactly I started to like him. I just remember that when I saw him at the tournament, I felt a strange thing inside me, and seeing him fighting with all his strength during the tournament, I saw him fighting because of his friends and managing to overcome his own limits, even managing to use the power of Ultra Instinct. It only made this thing inside me grow even more." said the angel as she placed her hands on her chest where her heart would be. Whis said, "So you've been feeling this love for Son Goku since then? You should have told me before, my sister, and I could talk to you at the time and help you with your feelings. And even I, though I want to support you, Son Goku is faithful to his wife and would not abandon her to be with you. So you having his son wouldn't be something he could help you with," said the angel while watching his sister, who just looked down out of shame and embarrassment. Vados said, "I know that, my brother, and because of that I know that there is a way for me to have a child without the need to mate with Son Goku, and I could use the pretext that it is to help the Saiyans to continue their lineage, and how he is very strong. His children in the future would be as strong as he is, and as this child would be my son too, he would have the blood of angels in his DNA, and in the future, he could be the next god of destruction of my universe," said the angel while looking at his brother, who now had one of his hands on his chin, showing that he was thinking a lot about that proposal his sister was making. Whis said, "It would be a bad deal if you had Goku's son. He would have the lineage of a Saiyan, and he would also have the lineage of angels. And with all that, he would be the strongest in the 6th universe. And if he turns around the next god of destruction, he would probably be the strongest god of destruction in all universes, both of this generation and the old ones as well," said the angel while watching his sister, who upon hearing Whis' words, she gave a smile. Vados said, "So you're going to help me try to convince Goku to have a baby with me?" said the angel while looking at her brother, who soon let out a sigh. Whis said, "Yes, my sister, I'll help you convince Son Goku, but you know that if he's smart enough, he'll ask his wife permission, and I'm sure Chi-Chi won't allow you to have it. Son Goku's son, and if she doesn't let you have a son with Goku, you have to promise me that you'll get this idea out of your head. Are we understood?" Vados said, "It's okay, Whis. If Son Goku's wife doesn't accept this idea, I won't insist on this idea anymore. But I'm sure she'll give me permission. If I have Goku's son, after all, I won't have relations with Goku like mortals do. So I don't think she's going to complain too much about my idea," said Vados, super confident that she would make Goku's wife let her have a child with the Saiyan. Whis thought, "It's everything that happened lately, but I hope nothing bad happens this time, because a child with the Saiyan bloodline and the angel bloodline will create a real monster that can even defeat the other angels. I sincerely hope that doesn't happen, or that Chi-Chi doesn't accept this idea as it's too risky, but now it depends on Goku and his wife's decision," thought the angel as she walked beside his sister. He was with a huge smile on his face. Whis thought, "I hope that your happiness doesn't end up creating a monster accidentally, my sister, because if this child is born, she will be a being that can oppose our father, and even be on the same level as the king of demons, who is still sealed in the world from the demons. And I hope it stays there for the rest of eternity," thought the angel, already imagining the strength his nephew could have, one that could end up destroying all universes. A few minutes ago, while Whis and Vados were talking in a more secluded spot for privacy, Champa and Beerus were eating while watching the battle between Goku and Vegeta, who are already using their powers to the fullest. Beerus said, "And then Champa, look at the power of my strongest Saiyans. Do you think your Saiyans are strong enough to last even a few minutes against my warriors?" asked the god of destruction of Universe 7 in a tone of arrogance and pride to his twin brother beside him. Champa said, "They are strong, but not strong enough to defeat my Saiyans. Caulifla, Kaba, and Kale are thousands of times stronger than at the time of the Tournament of Power. And in the next tournament that happens, we will be the winners. And I say that with all my strength." Universe 6's god of destruction spoke while looking at his brother, who was just laughing at his brother's speech. But soon both ended up shutting up when they felt a huge amount of energy being released. And that energy came from Goku and Vegeta, who had turned that training battle into a mortal battle. And both were taking the battle so seriously that they were trying to kill each other at that moment. In the sky, it was possible to see Goku, who, after raising his power, ended up creating an avatar of himself made of pure energy. And Vegeta also had an avatar on his back, and his was a giant ape made of the energy of the Saiyan Prince's destruction. And soon the battle between the two Saiyans with their avatars started. They both began to fight for strength, until Vegeta, using his avatar's tail, holds the leg of Goku's avatar and pulls it, making him lose the contest of strength and balance. And seeing this, Vegeta punches Goku in the face, causing him to fall to the ground. Seeing Goku's avatar on the ground, Vegeta jumps up and falls on top of Goku and starts to give him several blows. But Goku manages to defend himself using his arms, until in a moment Vegeta let his guard down and Goku punched the avatar in the face. From Vegeta, and then immediately fired a beam of energy into Goku's chest, throwing him away, and then Goku got up and advanced towards Vegeta, who got up and did the same thing. Soon the two avatars of both Saiyans banged their fists, creating a great pressure in the air, destroying almost half of the forest on Beerus' planet. And soon the two avatars continued their attacks against each other. Vegeta wanted to repeat his attack again, using his tail to try to hold the leg of Goku's avatar. Goku already knowing this one, he managed to grab Vegeta's avatar's tail and started to spin it like a pawn, and with such action ended up creating a mini tornado that ended when Goku threw Vegeta away, making the prince's avatar for the Saiyans fall on the planet of the God of Destruction. Soon Vegeta's avatar got up in a rage and concentrated his power of destruction in his mouth, and seeing that Goku's avatar concentrated his energy in his hands, creating his Kamehameha. And soon both Saiyans fired their ki attacks that soon collided, creating a huge explosion of energy that ended up being sent in the direction of Beerus and Champa. And when they would get up to defend themselves, Whis and Vados appeared in front of both and created a barrier defending both gods of destruction. Whis said, "This battle is getting pretty serious, so it's time to end it," said the angel, soon disappearing and appearing again in front of the two avatars, and with a mere wave of his hands, the two avatars disappeared, and Goku and Vegeta ended up returning to their base forms. Goku said, "Sorry, Whis, we were taking this training too seriously, and we ended up destroying a large part of the planet," said the Saiyan while looking at Whis and scratching the back of his head as he approached the angel along with Vegeta, who had his arms crossed with half of your torn clothes. Whis said, "Well, I can fix the planet quickly, and after that my sister has something important to ask you, Goku," said the angel, soon making his staff shine, and soon the planet of the God of Destruction that had been destroyed was returned to normal. Whis said, "Now that I fixed the damage you two caused, it's time for you to say what you have to say, Vados," said the angel while looking at his sister, and then at the two gods of destruction who were close to the two Saiyans. Vados said, "What I want to ask, and for Son Goku, it's a favor. I want to ask your permission to have a child with you," said the angel while stuttering a little, and then made her wish to Goku. Everyone in the room except Whis said, "What?" Spoke both the Saiyans and both the God of Destructions, who were on the spot amazed by the request of Vados, who had her head down in shame as she looked at Goku. The Universe 7th God of Destruction planet. Currently on Beerus' planet, it was possible to see everyone gathered, and everyone in the place apart from Whis was very surprised and shocked by the request of the Angel of the 6th Universe. Champa said, "What did you mean, Vados? Do you want to have a child with that Saiyan?" Universe 6's God of Destruction spoke while looking at Vados, who had his head down at the moment. Vados said, "Yes, Sir Champa. I wish to have a child with the Saiyan of the 7th Universe, Son Goku," spoke the angel, determined while looking at the God of Destruction of her universe, and then looking at Goku, who was not understanding anything at that moment. Goku said, "What do you mean to have my child? I already have 2 children, Gohan and Goten, who are my children with my wife Chi-Chi." The Saiyan spoke quickly while looking at Vados, who was looking at him the whole time with a small smile on his face and cheeks rosy. Vegeta said, "For the first time, I have to say that Kakarot is saying something intelligent. That's a great miracle," said Vegeta next to Goku, who just ignored his rival's comments because he was too focused on Vados' words. Whis said, "Wait a bit, before giving your final decision, Goku. My sister wants to tell you why she wants to have a child of yours," said the angel, making Goku calmer, and everyone in the place pay attention to Vados and Champa's words, was the person who most wanted to know why his Anja wanted to have a child, and why it had to be Son Goku, who is from his twin brother's universe. Champa spoke. "Then speak your motives, Vados." The God of Destruction spoke in a serious tone as he looked at his angel, who gave a heavy sigh before starting her speech. Vados said, "My reasons for wanting to have a child with the Saiyan Son Goku are very simple. First, he made me feel something different inside me since the day of the tournament between Universe 6 and 7. After that, I felt different, and it made me want to be closer to Goku. But as we are from different universes, that would be impossible for me," spoke the angel, starting to tell exactly why she felt about Goku the way she did, was a little confused by her words. Goku thought, did she feel a little weird because of me, and did something inside her change? Was she just not hungry? Thought the Saiyan with his classic innocence, one that Vegeta realized very well just by looking at Goku's face. Vegeta said, in short, since the day of the tournament between the 6th and 7th universe, do you feel different about Kakarot? In short, Vados ended up falling in love with this idiot here. My condolences. The Prince of the Saiyans spoke in a serious and comical way, at the same time getting some laughs from Whis and Beerus. Goku said, "Hey Vegeta, I can even be considered stupid, but I'm very faithful to Chi-Chi, and I would never betray her with anyone," said the Saiyan in a serious tone, leaving many in the place surprised by the Saiyan's speech. Goku said, "And for that same reason, I can't have my child with Vados. Even if I felt the same way you felt for me, I still couldn't stay with you, because I'm married to Chi-Chi, and I have 2 children with her, who most of the time I was not present in their lives for, and I would not like to have another child who is not close to me, and for that I apologize for not being able to fulfill your wish." The Saiyan spoke in a way quick and respectful, trying hard not to be rude. Vados thought, "Really, this Chi-Chi person is very lucky to have Goku as her husband," thought the Anja, giving a little smile, but she was sad, and soon she got more an excited smile. Vados said, "I understand, but I would like to have a child with you. There is another reason, besides liking you, which would be for him to be the next god of destruction of Universe 6, said the angel while looking at everyone in the place, who was surprised, mainly Champa, who was shocked to find out about his angel's plan. Champa said, "Wait, what do you mean? Do you want to have a child with the Saiyan so that child will be the next god of destruction in my Universe 6? You're trying to kill me, woman." Universe 6's god of destruction spoke, slightly annoyed as he looked at his angel, who ended up letting out a small, embarrassed laugh. Beerus said, "Having a son who has the lineage of Saiyans and the angels at the same time would generate a very powerful being, and would make a really great god of destruction, and would be a great substitute for Champa. After all, to be a god of destruction better than Champa just needs to get out of bed and stop eating so much food. Ha 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 ha!" The god of destruction of Universe 7 spoke while playing with his twin brother's face, who ended up getting very angry with him. Whis said, "If that's why, then I think that Mr. Beerus dies, Vegeta will be a great god of destruction, and for that, he just needs to stay awake and not stay asleep for almost 100 straight years," said the angel while laughing and looking at Beerus's face, who looked annoyed and embarrassed at the same time. Vegeta thought, "When Mr. Beerus dies, I will be the new god of destruction. From Prince of Saiyans to God of Destruction. Ha ha ha. Who knew that someday I would achieve a power like that in such a high-level title?" thought the Prince of Saiyans with a small smile in the corner of his face. Beerus said, "Hey Vegeta, wipe that little smile off your face, because it's going to take a long time to die, and until then, you won't be the God of Destruction of the 7th universe. And in fact, I completely support Vados having a son of Goku so he can replace Champa in the future," said Beerus while giving some shouts and looking at Vegeta and then at Vados and Goku, who had his arms crossed. Goku said, "Look, I think this is a good reason for me to have a child with Vados, but on my wedding day, I promised all my friends and especially Chi-Chi that I would never cheat on her with any woman, and that promise I will keep until the end of time," spoke the Saiyan, determined to keep his promise that he had made to his wife in front of his best friends and those considered his family. Whis said, "I have a suggestion to solve this problem. How about Vados talk to Chi-Chi, and if she gives permission for Vados to have a child with Goku, then that in itself would not be a betrayal," said the angel, offering a way to solve this problem of your sister with the strongest Saiyan in your universe currently. Goku said, "Well, if Chi-Chi gives me permission, then I think it would be okay, even though I think she won't allow it. But if you still want to try asking Chi-Chi, then Vados, I don't mind," the Saiyan said while looking at Vados, who gained a huge smile on her face because of her happiness and excitement at knowing that she would be able to have Goku's child. Vados said, "Of course, I agree to talk to this Chi-Chi, but first I think you two better wear something, especially you, Goku," the angel said with shame as she looked at the Saiyan in front of her. Her focus was on Goku, who was almost completely naked, with only a piece of pants around his waist because of the training he was doing. Goku said, "Really? Whis, could you make us some clothes? I don't want Chi-Chi to see me this way, because otherwise I won't be able to eat at home properly, and I'll end up sleeping on the floor or outside," the Saiyan said while scratching the back of his neck and having a few laughs. Whis said, "It's okay," said the angel, soon creating some clothes for the Saiyans, and the two then went to a corner and started getting dressed. Vados thought, I know it's wrong to have to appeal to something like this, but I really want to have this child. And if I have to lie about it, I will, thought the angel as she looked at Goku, who was already fully dressed. Beerus said, "Well, now that you're done talking, let's go to planet Earth to solve this problem for you two, and I'll be able to eat some goodies that only Bulma knows how to make." The god of destruction of Universe 7 spoke, with a smile on his face, just imagining the sweets he could eat on planet Earth, and soon everyone who was in the place disappeared in a pillar of rainbow energy. On planet Earth. Currently on planet Earth, more precisely at Goku's house, it was possible to see Gohan and his family at the place, who was spending a pleasant family day, being more precise with his mother and younger brother, as Goku was training on Beerus' planet. While Chi-Chi and Videl, who is Gohan's wife, were preparing lunch for their family, and meanwhile Gohan, Goten, and Pan, his daughter, were doing a training, and in this training Gohan was facing his brother. Goten, while Pan was sitting in a chair watching the battle between her father and her uncle, looking at that training, it was possible to see in Pan's face that she was very impressed with the strength of her father and her uncle. Gohan and Goten, who were in the air exchanging some blows, some of which Gohan managed to dodge, and the others barely affected Gohan, as he was much stronger after the battle he had against Cell Max. When the Saiyan ended up reaching a level of fury, and his transformation of Gohan made him as strong as his father, using the power of Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta using the power of Superior Ego. Goten, seeing that his attacks were very slow and weak compared to his older brother, who was not fighting seriously. So Goten, to try to match his brother, he transforms into Super Saiyan and advances towards Gohan, who was still in his base form, and did the same thing, advancing towards Goten, who was coming towards him, transformed into Super Saiyan 1. Soon the two Saiyans ended up colliding in the air, and then both distanced themselves at the same time, and soon returned to exchanging blows. And now Goten was managing to hit his older brother more, who even receiving the attacks could defend him, and taking advantage of the moment of careless, Gohan hits him with a punch in the center of his abdomen, causing Goten to distance himself because of the pain. Gohan, seeing that his brother still hadn't recovered from his previous blow, he suddenly disappeared and reappeared on top of Goten, and made an attack with both hands, causing Goten to hit the ground hard, creating a small crater that ended up dragging a few meters. Pan said, "Wow, my father is very powerful, and so is Uncle Goten. But still my father is stronger, ha ha ha," said Gohan's daughter, while looking at the battle between her uncle and her father. Videl said, "Looks like they're having a lot of fun, this battle of yours. But now it's time for it to end, because the food is ready," said Gohan's wife, approaching the table where her daughter Pan and her mother-in-law Chi-Chi was, who soon got up from the table. Chi-Chi said, "Gohan, Goten, come down right now. Lunch is ready, so come and eat," said Chi-Chi, shouting to both of her children, who upon hearing their mother's voice soon descended. Goten said, "You are much stronger than before, brother. That blow of yours hurt a lot. If I hadn't transformed, I would probably have some broken bones," said the younger Saiyan while looking at his mother. Gohan said, "Sorry, I ended up exaggerating a bit when you turned Super Saiyan. But anyway, now that lunch is ready, let's wash our hands and let's eat. Okay, Pan?" said the Saiyan while looking at his daughter, who soon began to fly, until it was at the height of his chest, and then Gohan took his daughter and put it on his back. Pan said, "Yes, Daddy," Pan said with a smile on her face, and soon the whole family washed their hands and went to eat. Soon it was possible to see the whole family except Goku and Vegeta. They were not at the table, but soon the family conversation is interrupted when a pillar of energy with several different colors appeared, and soon Gohan and Goten were in a fighting posture, ready to fight at once, anytime. But soon they both became more relaxed when they saw Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, Whis, Vados, and Champa coming out of that pillar, and soon disappeared from that place. Gohan and Goten said, "Daddy?" Both Saiyans spoke as they saw Goku coming out of the pillar of energy together with the two gods of destruction, who were accompanied by their respective angels. Goku said, "Hi Gohan, hi Goten, sorry for the delay, and I'm sorry Chi-Chi for taking so long. I ended up getting carried away when training with Vegeta, and I ended up losing track of time," said the Saiyan, apologizing to his wife, who just sighed, looking at her husband that never changed no matter how much time passed. Chi-Chi said, "Okay, after all, I know you always get carried away because of your training, but I would like to know, why are they here? Not wanting to complain or anything like that, but this is supposed to be a family lunch, and you're kind of not part of it," the woman said as she looked at her husband and then looked at Vados and Champa. Whis said, "1,000 apologies for interrupting your family lunch," and we're leaving. But before that, my sister has something to talk to you, ma'am, Chi-Chi, and that's very important. Whis said while looking at the wife of Goku, who ended up getting a little curious about what the angel would like to talk to her about. Chi-Chi said, "Talk to me? Okay. But if it's something that Goku did, don't worry because I'm gonna give him a good scolding," said the woman in a serious tone while looking at her husband, who was already at the table putting his food on the plate. But when he felt his wife's aura directed towards him, he felt a shiver down his spine. Goku said, "I didn't do anything this time, Chi-Chi. The only thing I did was destroy more moons that were around Mr. Beerus's planet. But Whis already fixed it, so there's no problem," said the Saiyan looking at his wife, who soon heaved a sigh and looked at Vados. Chi-Chi spoke, "You must be Vados, right? So let's talk in a more secluded place. Then let's enter my house." Soon Vados entered the house so they could talk. Inside Goku and Chi-Chi's house. Inside the Saiyan and his family house, it was possible to see Chi-Chi and Vados going to the living room and each of them sitting opposite each other. Chi-Chi spoke. "So what do you want, Vados?" asked the woman while looking at Vados, who ended up gathering all her courage to be able to talk to Chi-Chi. Vados said, "Look, what I'm going to say to you may be very nosy and a very wrong request on my part, but it's necessary. I would like to ask your permission to have a child with Son Goku," spoke the angel, gathering her courage and making her request to Chi-Chi, who previously had a sip of coffee in her hand, that soon fell on the floor upon hearing Vados' request. Chi-Chi said, "What? What kind of request is this?" said Chi-Chi in a higher tone, making some people outside hear her scream, which made Goku get scared. Vados spoke. "Before you give me your final answer, please listen to me. I'm an angel just like Whis, but I'm from the 6th universe, and in him, the fish that is a kind of prophet ended up giving a prophecy where he said that the 6th universe would be destroyed. But there was a chance my universe would survive, and the one who would be able to prevent the destruction of the 6th universe would be the child born of an angel along with a Saiyan, whose would be the strongest, and he is here, in this universe, of a brother that would be in the 7th universe," said the angel while looking at Chi-Chi, who now had a different expression on her face, one of astonishment, knowing that an entire universe would be destroyed and many lives would be lost. Chi-Chi said, "And since this is the 7th universe, the universe twin to Universe 6, so the strongest Saiyan in this universe would have to have a child with the angel of the 6th universe, and that Saiyan would be Goku, and the angel would be you? Let me see if I understand. If you don't have a child with Goku, your universe will be destroyed, and with that many lives will be lost?" said Chi-Chi while looking at Vados. Vados said, "That's right. If I don't have a child with Son Goku, my universe will be dead. So I weigh that. You allow me to have a child with Son Goku," said the angel while looking at Goku's wife, who was in his forward with a thoughtful expression. Chi-Chi said, "Okay, I will allow you to have a child with Goku. But as this child is also a child of Goku, he will have to live here on Earth with him, so that Goku learns to be a present father and to be able to train his child. After that, he will be Goku's son in his blood, and it will run in the spirit of always wanting to fight, and Goku will have to prepare this child to save the universe," Chi-Chi said, allowing her husband to have another child with Vados. Vados said, "Thank you very much. Thank you. I will have a son who will save the universe, and I agree with you that my son will live here on Earth with Goku. But after he stays here for a while, he will return to my universe, and we will do so continuously," spoke the angel, very happy to know that she will be able to have a child with her great love, Goku. Vados thought, "I know that using a lie like that is a very dirty trick, but I want to have this child at all costs, and I know that if I told the truth, I just want to have Son Goku's child because I love him. For sure, Chi-Chi wouldn't allow it. But now I can have the Saiyan's child that I love," the angel thought as she reflected on her dirty actions with no regrets. We reached the end of yet another video today, so for those who like the content of this channel, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to leave your comment, which is very important to the channel. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.